There are 5 technical levels of machine learning projects according to Marina Wyss, but here's what she didn't cover: the business fundamentals that separate projects that get interviews versus projects that get ignored. So in this video, I'll break down the 3 fundamental skills based on my past 7 years of experience that technical data scientists still miss, and why mastering these fundamentals will help you confidently articulate your machine learning expertise and help you land the data science job. Like Albert Einstein said, if you cannot explain simply, you don't understand it well enough. During the data science job interview, when asked about, tell me about your customer churn prediction project, most candidates will say, oh, I built an ensemble model combining XGBoost and random forest, producing a 94% of accuracy. I used a grid search in hyperparameter tuning and implemented smooth for class imbalance. Later, the hiring manager asks, okay, so why did you build this model? It is a moment of silence, and there are no clear answers from the candidates. Now, compare that to these following answers. Our subscription business was losing 15% of customers annually, costing $2 million in revenue. So I identified the 3 key data sources that could predict churn in the next 60 days in advance, giving us time to intervene. Do you see the difference? The second answer shows a business judgment that hiring manager actually want to see from the candidates. So how do you get into that level of clarity and impact? The first skill is to start with assessing current business pain points. The more pain you can identify, the more value you can deliver. So a job interviewer appreciates someone who can understand the real problem, not just knowing ML tools or complex math. So I work at a financial service company offering personal loans, where processing speed like instant approval is the key differentiator to the marketing activity success within the competitor. The marketing team was struggling with the low instant approval rates, or approval that is below 1 business day, and they keep blaming the risk management team for being too rigid in terms of the risk tolerance. So here's the mystery. What was exactly the number of manual approval rate as a benchmark? The issue is that no one in the business team really understood that benchmark in defining the low instant approval. So to solve this challenge, I mapped the full sales funnel diagram from lead generation, telemarketing calls activities, risk checks, and final approval. Then I discovered the real bottleneck, that instant approval fail whenever there's a change of customer personal information, like the change of salary, address, and employment. And this will trigger a manual review that take more than 1 day. And the data showed that 70% of the leads eligible for instant approval have change of personal information. And this automatically make them unable to perform instant approval. Instead, they must be reviewed manually. So the 70% become the benchmark or the default of the manual approval. The key takeaways is this: business teams often don't have a clear definition of the problem they are facing. They just have a vague concerns and they keep blaming other teams. So as a data professional, it's your job to investigate deeply, ask the right questions, and identify the measurable benchmark. By the way, I'm curious, how often do you see yourself jumping straight into the solutions without first clearly defining the problem? How do you feel about this? And how are you going to improve next time? Please share your experience in the comments below so that we can learn from each other. The second skill is about identifying target state or your clear destination. Basically, job interviewers want to hear clarity in every ML projects that you have done in the past. Like, what did success look like and how did you measure it? So how to identify the target state? The target state is best discovered by asking business owner directly, such as, what does success look like from your perspective? The business owner at the time said back to me, if we can bring this manual process or manual approval below 50%, I can finally tell the sales team that we are back on track. That's when I knew that they were not just fixing the process, but they were also restoring their confidence level. But here's the key. I didn't stop there. I went further by asking, if the manual reviews drop below 50%, how much do you expect for the sales transaction to increase? Therefore, connecting back the target state into the organizational KPI like revenue growth or customer retention will make your project immediately highly attractive to the senior leadership team. That's when you become very confident to deliver impacts as a data scientist. And remember, business owners may not always have the precise numbers in their mind, but by guiding them with a structured question related to revenue expectations, efficiency gains, or customer satisfaction goals, you help them articulating a concrete target state in their mind. So if you want to become the kind of data scientist who thinks in business impact, not just lists of tools, Please join my free newsletter. So every week I will share one practical business tip from influencing stakeholders to driving measurable results. So when you do sign up, you'll get a free PDF guide about how data scientists should think. So this is the exact framework that helped me earning the leadership position and helped me also to deliver highly impactful project in the past. The link is already in the description below. So the third skill is to identify the right data sources. So once you understand the business pain points and the end goals, the rest is just basically working backwards. That is finding the high quality data. Because no matter how great your models are, if the data is weak, then the outcomes will be weak too, which does not impress the hiring managers. So if you want to be recognized as a real data expert in a specific industry niche, you need to know which data sources actually matter. So during interviews, when someone says, all right, which data sources would you use to solve this business issue? Then you can answer confidently without guessing if you understand the data sources relevant to the business issue. But here's the catch. Not all data is a good data. Some are outdated, incomplete, or not just aligning with the business objectives. So your job as a data scientist isn't just about collecting data. It's also to make sense of it or to contextualize it. That means thinking about, is the data recent enough, or is it reflecting the latest consumer behavior? And can I also combine multiple data sources into one unified customer view to see a full customer complete journey? That's how you can create a reliable machine learning model. Take time recency, for example. In many cases, data from the last 2 or 3 years is more valuable than the data from the past 10 years. Why is that? Because consumer behavior changed a lot, especially after COVID pandemic, which may affect the risk profile significantly. So the same idea comes from investing, that past performance doesn't always guarantee a future results. So data works the same way. It's only useful if it still matches with the current situation. Moreover, to ensure more predictive power within the machine learning models, you must combine different data sources, such as CRM, payment history, or telemarketing campaign into a single unified view of a customer using a customer ID as a reference variable so that you can see the full journey of the customer themselves. And when you do that, the business outcomes will be stronger, such as more precise targeting, better personalization, more effective risk profiling, and stronger ROI. And that's what the interviewers want to see within the candidates, not just I use XGBoost, but I understand the customer, the data, and the business, and I built the models that matter. By the way, if you find this information on this video helpful, make sure to subscribe my channel so that you won't miss what's coming next on the tips on how to succeed as a professional data scientist in the business world. Now, once you land your data science job, remember, that's just the beginning. Many data science projects can still fail to deliver business impact, and many data scientists can still end up as data engineers instead of solving business problems. So in the next video, I will share 3 mindsets that you need to have in order for you to thrive as a data scientist in the business world.